it's not all sunshine, I guess. Even though I'm in LA. So I had never been in Los Angeles before. It was a very new experience to me. It's weird. It's basically this landfill of concrete. That's how I like to reference it as. But yeah, USC is this has this huge campus in the very middle of the city, and it's kind of like a very small city of its own. Um, so I guess it's very easy to like live in that bubble that is USC and not necessarily experiment LA as LA. So that was kind of my first year. I got pretty tired of that lifestyle pretty fast, and from that point on, I moved out of USC. But that first year, I was like living on campus, and after that, I kind of branched off, I guess. Um, but yeah, I mean, USC is super comfortable. It has a ridiculous amount of utilities, and uh, basically they have everything that you need to like produce whatever it is that you're looking to produce. Um, so as a student, I'm definitely I have it good. You know, it's definitely a good thing, especially in the architectural world. I mean, a lot of the schools out there don't necessarily give uh, the students the tools that they need um, to produce their projects, and like the facilities there are like amazing. So in that respect, the school is really great. Um, the professors are uh, very cool as well. They're very young. I was very surprised by how young the professors were at USC. A lot of them, it's very easy to like relate to them because they're kind of like a lot of them are just coming out of graduate school, which is a little shocking, truthfully, because you realize like, wow, this person is only a few years older than me, but I guess they have so much more knowledge than I do. And um, when you look at other schools like SciArc, who have like these huge archy stars like being actual professors, there is a certain gap, I guess, uh, in that respect, which I always thought was good and bad because sometimes it doesn't feel like necessarily super reassuring to have like a 26-year-old tell you like what's up. um, but it's also really great because they're obviously it's much easier to like communicate with them. And so a lot of them are have their own professions. A lot of the younger people, surprisingly, yeah, have their own um, office, and have their own projects. So they're very hands-on, and they understand how the industry works, especially in this day and age, which like architects or like big corporate people wouldn't necessarily know, especially for a person like me who does not want to work in the corporate world, and probably wants to stay in LA. I'm not sure. I mean, we can talk about this later, but um, yeah. And also, what's great, I guess, about USC, uh, if I were to compare, I like to compare USC to SCI just because it's so close. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, USC is a huge school, so what's great about architecture is that like it opens door to like a multitude of other disciplines that you are able to explore in a school like USC.
Mhm.
So, for example, right now, I'm very interested in animation, 2D and 3D, and so like I've been able to take some classes, not that much, but enough to like get basically some kind of head start over people that don't take them, and like basically get a glimpse of what that world looks like. A school like SciArc, which is very much um, focused on solely architecture, very experimental architecture, which is great, and also super open. But you don't necessarily have the possibility to explore all these other paths and options. that you get at USC. So that's really cool.